Hello, good morning, Aaron. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you, Mr. Harrison. So thank you so much for having me in today.
No, we're really glad that you came in. So we're really glad that you're interested in our firm. Please sit down.
Thank you.
So we're really excited to continue the recruitment process with this interview step. But before we get into the nuts and bolts of what makes you the person for the job, I'd really like to get to know you a little. Please tell me about yourself.
Sure, Mr. Harrison. So I'm an avid reader. I love mysteries. I'm also passionate about volunteering. In fact, I volunteer monthly with the Red Cross, and I'm always, trying to recruit my friends and my family members to join me in that endeavor. I also have two kids in college, and I love supporting them with their college football teams.
Oh, excellent. Sounds like you got a lot going on.
Yeah, we try to live a well-rounded life.
Excellent. Well, I admire you already. So tell me, why do you want this job?
Well, I love working with people, and I feel that Gen Y presents a prime example of teamwork. I have a passion for helping and training others, and I feel like your company can give me the opportunity to do that. I'm really looking forward to hiring and building a team and contributing to the success of the overall company.
Great. So how do you feel about your current position, and how do you feel that has prepared you for this role?
Well, my work with American Airlines and Ralph Lauren has given me a vast amount of experience with handling big projects. So I understand the importance of time management as well as recruiting the best and most talented team to get the job done. As an HR director, I have come to realize that my passion is definitely for recruiting. I'm always looking for fresh and eager employees whose skill sets align with the firm's vision and strategy.
Okay. So let's switch gears a little bit. What is one of your weaknesses?
To be honest, I am a workaholic, and finding life-work balance has been a challenge for me.
Okay. Now I understand that may be a detriment to you, but why should we consider the weakness to having such a hard worker?
Well, I think for me, hard work is instinctive, so I try to do my best in everything that I do. But I also know from the recruiting standpoint that having happy employees are more productive employees. So I want the same for myself, to be balanced so that I can be productive at work and have something, to balance out the work hours, and especially in very busy seasons.
Okay, understood. Now, how do you stay organized? So, like, what tools do you use? What approach do you use to prioritize?
So every morning I write an agenda that I'm going to complete by the end of the day, and that's equipped with calendar alerts for appointments and events. And my first level of prioritization is crafted by the chronology of the deadlines, and then I refine these by a unique scope of influence or impact of the task.
All right. So, what would you do if you were given the directive from your manager to meet a specific goal, and halfway through the project you found out that you're just not going to meet that goal? What would you tell your manager?
So I definitely believe in personal accountability. And I would show the manager what's been accomplished, and also discuss the obstacles that prevented me from completing the task. I would be as honest and frank as possible about the challenges and the outline. And at that time, I would also let them know if there were any additional resources that would be necessary to complete the targets. And then finally, I would review and prioritize the various subtasks that comprise the project and establish deadlines that could then be revised. And I would reassure my manager that although the project is not on schedule, I'm going to be doing my very best to complete the task, even if it means working overtime, or whatever has to be done to get the job done.
Okay. So, employee recognition is very important to the long-term success of Gen Y Financials. Please give some examples of how you have provided both formal and informal recognition for employees under your management.
So I wholeheartedly agree with you that recognizing employees is paramount to the company's overall success. I've given employees spot awards, I've treated them to lunch, and then I've also recognized employees for their work by issuing awards of recognition at company events or even team huddles based on the merit of the accomplishments. In addition to giving personal recognition, I try to foster a culture in which peer recognition is welcomed and encouraged. Like, for example, in those team huddles, we give employees the opportunity to give shout outs and recognize fellow team members who are at their peak performance.
Okay, great. I like it. So please tell me about a time when your supervisor criticized your work. What was the issue and how did you respond?
So the issue definitely boiled down to miscommunication. And I at first was taken aback because I thought, I'm doing everything I possibly can do to get the job done. But I tried to be open-minded and take the feedback as to why my approach was not a success. And what I came to realize that it was a miscommunication between myself and a different department. And my responsibility was that I didn't follow up on one of the emails, and I was blamed for the job not being finished. So going forward, I made sure to follow up on all emails and cover all bases to prevent future or repeat mistakes. And even though I was upset by the criticism, I found it to be constructive and really appreciated the perspective it offered and the resulting improvements in my communication and really my follow-up.
Excellent. So what have you learned from mistakes in your previous roles?
So I've learned that working on group assignments is not always the easiest task. In those situations, you're working with people who have different ideas, time management, work ethics, etc. So inevitably, you wind up picking up the slack for one or other members of the group and doing work for them. But in the end, you're not really helping anybody by everybody not playing an equal role. So the lesson learned is to always establish clear expectations and be proactive in conflict resolution and to always communicate.
All right. So finally, why should we hire you?
Well, I think my training, education, and experience allow me to match up against any candidate out there. I truly believe my effort complements my skills in such a way that sets me apart. I always give 100% to my job. I am a people person, and I possess the drive to know how to enhance the employee environment in your organization. And I feel this would make me an asset to your HR team and your overall organization.
Okay. Well, Aaron, thanks again for coming in. I really appreciate your time and your interest. We look forward to going over this, me and my colleagues, and, hopefully contacting you with some great news.
Thank you so much, Mr. Harrison, for your time.
All right. Have a great one.
You too. Thank you.